Okay, so we're going to get started with the HTTP server, and I'm going to assume you've already downloaded Arduino. Since chipKIT chipKIT core now works in Arduino, so I have a different video if you need that. But let's open up Arduino, and I took a brand new installation of Arduino 1.62. But if we go over to examples, you'll see there's no chipKIT libraries in here. We can also go to board and boards manager, and there's no chipKIT boards in here. Okay, so first step, we're going to need to get the boards, the WF32 in particular, into Arduino. So open up this and you can go to chipkit.net. And luckily right now what we have is it's on the wiki, on the blog, front page of the blog. So they have started a wiki for the chipKIT core. All right, so find your appropriate. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to use Mac OS X, and everything I do will be on the Mac. Few modifications should be there for Windows, but the steps are about the same. So download chipKIT core for Mac OS X and OS X, and I've already done this myself for the downloads. Okay. Once you've downloaded that, you need to open up a Finder window. So File, New Finder window, right? And then go to the Applications, and you'll see Arduino. So hold down Control on your keyboard and click Show Package Contents, Java, Hardware. All right, so keep that over here. Now open your downloads. Okay. All right, so I have chipKIT core. So take this and drag it in. If you notice, since I've downloaded it a couple times, there's a -3. It will not work if there's anything after chipKIT-core. So I'm going to delete that -3. I'm going to need to rename this. There we go. All right, chipKIT core. Okay, so now I'm going to keep this open, but I'm going to close Arduino, exit. All right, now I'm going to open it back up. All right, so go over here to boards and look. Here's all the chipKIT boards. Okay, so tools, board. So let's select the WF32. And I'm going to select the USB port it's plugged into. All right. So then the next step is to go and look at the examples. So now all of the chipKIT specific examples are in there now. So the one we want is the DE web server. So let's select that. All right. So a good rule of thumb for me that I always do is I always hit verify to see if everything's okay, if all the libraries are in the right place. So let's do that. Okay. So this is interesting. It looks like there's an error, and luckily I think I know how to fix this error. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot so I can document this for other people. All right, so I've run into this before, and so I'm going to go to where I kept my notes. And so chipKIT core. I'm just keeping a list of things to troubleshoot. Yeah, okay. So what it looks like is that with the first drop of chipKIT core, the platform.txt has potentially is missing this key component right here. So if you see, I have, so let's see if this fixes it. This is a diff document to kind of compare the two codes. So this is most likely, so the one on the left, this one, is actually probably what's loaded, and this is what we actually need, is the one on the right. So I am going to download this. Okay. All right, so this is the file that I need. So I still have the window open, but if I didn't, I would go to Applications, hold down Control, Show Package Contents, Contents, Java, Hardware, chipKIT Core, PIC32, and now there's platform-wintext platform.txt. Oh, actually I know exactly what I accidentally did. I installed the Windows chipKIT core. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. I'm going to open up my downloads again, and I'm going to grab chipKIT core 4 instead. Should have worked. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to change this. Okay. Close out. Minimize. I'm going to close this. I'm going to open Arduino back open. Right. Examples. All right, still has all of my Digilent ones. Okay, I'm going to hit verify, and there's an error. All right. Okay, so this is the exact issue I was trying to tell you before I realized that I downloaded the wrong one. So I didn't close that window out. So this is the exact issue that you'll see I have in troubleshooting. So basically what it is platform.txt is the incorrect, is missing these two lines. So I already downloaded this platform.txt, and so I will go back to File, New Finder window, Applications, hold Control down, click this to show package content, Contents, Java, Hardware, chipKIT core, PIC32, and here are the two files that are potentially in conflict. So we need to replace this one with the one that we downloaded, which is right here. So I'm going to open this. So I need to clean out my downloads. So I'm looking for platform.txt. Here it is. Okay. And I'm going to drop it here. I'm just going to say replace. All right. Close that out. Close this out. Right. And I'm going to close Arduino out. Open it back up. Examples. HTTPServer. All right. I'm going to verify this. Looks like it's working. All right, so it looks like that platform.txt, the one from that troubleshooting page, is fixed. So now that we know that the code works, let's start to modify this a little bit. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to need to go to this HTTP server configuration, and this is where we go and we modify the SSID and the password. So if you've ever been on your phone before and you're looking for Wi-Fi, the SSID is the different names that you see when, I'll show you right here. So these are all SSIDs, so you need to join the right one. And then of course, if there's a little icon right here, you'll need to know the password. And then you also need to know what security protocol. But luckily, the way that this is written, it's got the most common WPA2 passphrase. Okay, so SSID right here. So we want to join n_zone. That's what I'm currently connected to. So here we go. So this will be n_zone, all caps. I'm going to put a little comment here. Okay, and then now let's roll down and we'll look for passphrase. So right here, SZ passphrase equals. Here I'm going to put the password for my Wi-Fi. All right, so that's my password. If you ever come and visit me, you're more than welcome to use my Wi-Fi. All right, so that's step one, is to change your server. So let's upload this. I'm gonna hit upload. And I'm assuming you've already connected your WF32 and you've declared the right serial port. You can't see it right now, but the WF32 is currently in program mode. And it's going to take a little bit longer than you're used to if you're used to loading Blink, because it's a much bigger program. All right, we have some life. I really like this debugging that they put here. All right, so it's done uploading. All right, so if the server configuration worked, then I'm going to open up the serial monitor. So the first thing it does is it's looking for an SD card. So it looks like I don't have an SD card. That's going to be a problem. So I'm going to go get an SD card. But what it's doing, so I know that the program is working because the first thing it does is it looks for the SD card. There is no SD card. Let me turn off auto scroll right now. What it does is it looks for available Wi-Fi, just like your computer does right here, but it goes around, and so it actually sees more Wi-Fi than my computer does. So it says 11 networks found. So there's the end zone. This is the one I wanted it to connect to. Okay. Since there's no SD card, it keeps on hanging. So it just scanned a little bit. So here's end zone. Here's the MAC. Signal strength. right? Here's my neighbors, the Solomons, you know, and then what channel they're on. So it's kind of scary how much information is available through routers. Here's the external for my neighbors. Here's a Roku. I guess that's my upstairs neighbor's Roku. This is like a generic thing around Pullman that everybody can connect to. And so, yeah. So the first thing it does is it scans and it looks for available Wi-Fi. Then it decides, it goes to connect, and so it says calculating PSK. You'll see it hang on this, and I'll show that in a moment. And then once it finishes calculating, it has an access code, and then it begins it checks whether or not its password is working, and then it begins. Then it gives us an IP address, and this is the IP address of the WF32. Okay, well, I'm going to click that back on, and then I need to go get an SD card. So a little micro SD card, because it's on that SD card that we store the web page that we will be trying to access. Okay, so now I went and I got an SD card and an SD card adapter so I can plug it into my computer. So it's plugged in. I'm going to close this serial monitor down. Okay, so there's my SD card, and it's open. I'm going to open it up and take a look. Oh look, it already has a lot of the files that I need. Must have been the exact SD card I was looking for. So what this SD card is serving right now is the file system that a web page will serve you. So this is the server example. So this is an older version of the SD card, so what I'm going to do is replace it with the newer one, and that is actually stored under that same directory so we'll go to Applications, here the control, show package contents, Java, hardware, chipKIT core, PIC32, libraries, HTTPServer, examples, web server. This is a really awesome tutorial right here, but this is what we need. And if you just grab the whole content folder and move it over, the web page won't be able to serve. But what you need to do is take the contents of this. So let me Control C. Right. So now open this. Right. Going to delete this. All right. And then I'm going to say replace. 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 Ta-da. Okay. Now, let me close this out. I'll close this out. I'm going to eject this. Right. Once ejected, I'm going to put this SD card into the WF32 in the correct place. It's a micro SD card, actually. Hit reset on the WF32. Oh no, it's yelling at me. Okay. All right, I've hit reset. Open the serial monitor. Here it is. So SD card initialized, file system found. Yay. Homepage.htm exists. Okay, it's going through that scan routine right now. And here it is calculating the PSK. Started. Right. Everything looks good. So my IP, this is the WF32's IP address. So I'm going to copy that. I'll double check that I'm connected to the same Wi-Fi. Right. I'm going to open a window, do a new tab, type that in. Ta-da! So this is being served off of the WF32. Okay, well, that's cool, but let's go to the next step. All right, so this is the bulk of the demo is this posting a form. And if you do this, you'll watch, okay? And then I'm going to push a button. I'm going to push button 1 and then hit submit. And since I'm holding button 1 down, it's on. Now I'm going to let it go, hit submit, and see how it's off. So I can do 1, 2, and 3, hit submit, and all 3 of those LEDs should light up. LED 4 on the WF32 actually is a status, so when it's blinking low and steady, that means that you're connected and everything is good. So it's this page, this I/O page, that I'm going to modify and change. So it's actually going to be what dispenses the candy. So, but we'll get to that at a later step. This is just to verify the I/O server works.